How often do we find ourselves unsure of what's truly best for us? We make plans, we set goals, we work hard, yet deep inside we wonder, are we on the right path? Are our actions truly righteous in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? The reality is that no matter how much effort we put in, we still need divine guidance. Today's supplication reminds us of three essential requests: to be guided toward righteous deeds, because not everything that seems good is truly good in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's eyes. Secondly, to have our needs and hopes fulfilled, because only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what's best for us. And thirdly, to trust in His wisdom, because He knows what lies in our hearts, even when we struggle to express it. Because the truth is, we may think we know what's right for us, but only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees the full picture. Let's explore how this dua can help us seek the guidance, trust in divine fulfillment, and unlock the power of supplication. On day 17 of the holy month of Ramadan, we recite the following supplication. Allahumma hdini fihi li salih al-a'mal, waqdi li fihi al-hawa'ij wal-amal, ya man la yahtaju ila al-tafsiri wal-su'al, ya aliman bima fi sudur al-alamin, salli ala Muhammadin wa alihi al-tahirin. O God, guide me in it towards righteous deeds. Grant me fulfillment in it of my needs and my hopes. O one who does not need any explanation or question. O one who knows that which is in the hearts of the inhabitants of the world, bless Muhammad and the pure members of his household. This supplication reminds us of three essential spiritual truths. Righteous deeds require divine guidance. Even when we think we are doing good, only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what is truly beneficial. Our needs and hopes are best fulfilled by Allah. No matter how much we plan, the best outcomes are the ones that He chooses for us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala understands our hearts even when the world fails us. Our prayers do not need to be perfect, they only need to be sincere. These themes remind us of our dependence on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that success both in this world and the next is only possible through His guidance, through His mercy, through His knowledge of what is hidden within us. We begin this supplication by asking, Allahumma hdini fihi li salih al-a'mal. O God, guide me towards righteous deeds. We all want to do good, but are we sure that what we see as good is truly righteous? The Holy Quran warns us about those who mistakenly think that they are on the right path. قُلْ هَلْ نُنَبِّئُكُمْ بِالْأَخْسَرِينَ أَعْمَالًا الَّذِينَ ضَلَّ سَعْيُهُمْ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَهُمْ يَحْسَبُونَ أَنَّهُمْ يُحْسِنُونَ صُنْعًا. Say, shall we inform you about the greatest losers in deeds? It is they whose efforts go astray in the life of this world while they suppose that they are doing good. This is why we seek Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's guidance, to ensure that our deeds truly lead us closer to Him. Some actions may appear righteous, but if they lack sincerity, if they lack proper intentions, they may not bring us the rewards that we think we're going to receive. The Holy Quran gives us a promise. مَنْ عَمِلَ صَالِحًا مِنْ ذَكَرٍ أَوْ أُنْثَى وَهُوَ مُؤْمِنٌ فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً. The Holy Quran says, anyone who does righteous deeds, whether male or female, while they are a believer, we shall make them live a good life. This good life is not just about performing good deeds. It's about ensuring that those deeds align with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's pleasure, and that we experience inner peace as a result of those deeds. This supplication also asks, وَقْضِ لِي فِيهِ الْحَوَائِجَ وَالْآمَالِ, and grant me fulfillment in it of all of my deeds and all of my hopes. Every one of us has needs. Some are physical, some are emotional, and some are deeply spiritual. But sometimes we don't even know what's best for us. The Holy Quran tells us, وعسى أن تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم وعسى أن تحبوا شيئا وهو شر لكم والله يعلم وأنتم لا تعلمون. It may be that you dislike something while it is good for you. And it may be that you love something while it is bad for you. It is Allah who knows. You do not know. This is why we trust God to fulfill our needs in the best way possible. The Holy Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him and his family, says, while encouraging us to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala constantly, saying, ask Allah, and do so often with insistence, for indeed nothing overwhelms him. Are we seeking fulfillment from the right sources? Do we place our trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or do we seek temporary satisfaction elsewhere? This supplication ends with a beautiful reflection. يا من لا يحتاج إلى التفسير والسؤال. O one who does not need any explanation, any question. We often struggle to express our thoughts, our emotions, our needs, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already knows them, even before we do. The supplication then ends by saying, يا عالما بما في صدور العالمين. O one who knows that which is in the hearts of the inhabitants of the world. Our words, they don't need to be perfect. They simply need to be sincere. Even when we don't know what to ask for, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala understands what is in our hearts. This is why we are encouraged to send blessings upon the Holy Prophet, peace and blessings upon him and his family. إِنَّ اللَّهَ وَمَلَائِكَتَهُ يُصَلُّونَ عَلَى النَّبِيِّ. Indeed, God and his angels send blessings upon the Prophet. Imam al-Sadiq, in one of his narrations, explains by saying, a servant may have a need to ask from God Almighty. So he begins by sending blessings upon Muhammad and his family, and then, before he even asks, God will have fulfilled his need. This dua teaches us that we cannot trust our own judgment. We need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's guidance. We must rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to fulfill our needs in the best way. Even when we cannot express our prayers, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what is in our hearts. May we be among those who seek guidance in our actions, trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's wisdom in fulfilling our hopes, and call upon Him knowing that He understands even before we speak.